Hi, I'm Katie Guile with US Assure. Ever heard this question from a personal lines client? If I have a homeowner's policy, why would I need builder's risk insurance? Well, the short answer is coverage gaps. The missing coverages during new construction or remodeling might not be obvious until a loss occurs. At that point, your clients might encounter some unpleasant surprises when they learn that they weren't protected quite as much as they thought. There are 4 advantages for homeowners when they choose a builder's risk policy. 1. Broad coverage scope. 2. Higher coverage limits. 3. Favorable policy terms. And 4. Minimizing homeowners insurance claims. Let's talk about them. Advantage number 1. Broad coverage scope. Builder's risk is the best coverage option for projects under construction because that's just what it's intended to cover. Rather than tacking on coverages to a homeowner's policy, you get comprehensive coverage for the course of construction right out of the box. Under a basic policy, covered property and losses can include the theft of building materials, fire, vandalism, property in transit, property in storage, and even property owned by subcontractors and suppliers. Insureds could even be covered for the expense of removing debris, which is really valuable after a covered loss. And with coverage endorsements, your client could have added protection for risks including floods, earthquakes, windstorms, sewer and drain backups, and more. And let's say your personal lines client decides to upgrade their building materials mid-construction. Zurich Builders Risk Insurance provides a change order endorsement for situations just like this. Advantage number 2. Higher coverage limits. Through the Builder's Risk Plan insured by Zurich, you can easily secure a robust policy for projects valued up to $75 million. Many coverages are automatically included in our basic policy with the option to increase sub-limits to meet your client's specific project needs. For example, let's say your client needs to have debris removed after a loss. With the Zurich Builders Risk Plan, they're covered for $50,000 for projects up to $5 million or $100,000 for project values over $5 million. With a typical homeowner's insurance policy, that amount is usually limited to about the cost of 5% of the dwelling, with a separate limit for tree removal, which is usually $500 or $1,000 depending on your policy. And let's say due to a covered cause of loss, some of the construction scaffolding was damaged and needs to be replaced. With Zurich Builders Risk, your client could be protected for up to $50,000, depending on their project value. With typical homeowners insurance, this coverage isn't even available. Advantage number 3, favorable policy terms. For remodeling projects, the policy term could be 6, 9, or 12 months, and coverage can be extended pending underwriting review and approval. On top of that, homeowners can secure coverage for the renovation only, or for the renovation and the existing structure. The standard policy term for new construction is 12 months. The single structure or one-shot policy can be renewed with underwriting approval. Advantage number 4, minimize homeowners insurance claims. No one is ever excited about filing an insurance claim with their homeowner carrier. So what does this have to do with builder's risk insurance? Think about it. If your personal lines client has a builder's risk policy in place during the course of construction, it's less likely they'll be required to report a claim on their permanent property policy if a loss occurs. In the end, the builder's risk policy could help insureds mitigate future rate increases or even non-renewal. That's it. We've covered 4 advantages for homeowners when they choose a builder's risk policy. If your client has plans to build or remodel, they need your guidance. Discuss how builder's risk insurance can help them protect their investment and avoid potentially costly losses not covered under their homeowners' policies. To learn how the Zurich Builders Risk Plan stacks up to a typical homeowner's insurance policy, download our Homeowners Coverage Comparison. In it, you'll learn about the coverage gaps that could await personal lines clients who rely on homeowners insurance during construction. You'll see the link in the video description.